Hello.
Hello.
Hi. That was like a little song. Welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 65, and we have a special guest. So, I'm Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les.
I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
And I'm Carin from around the twist.
Yay!
I'm visiting.
From Nebraska, because we're that special, and we bullied her into coming, so it is what it is. So, we're just going to do our regular show, and Karen's just going to be part of it.
I'm just going to be the third person.
Yep.
The third wheel.
So, works in progress. Laura is currently fixing something, so we'll start on this and give her time to fix what she's fixing.
Okay. I actually got it.
Oh, cool. Well, then you go.
Yay! Okay. I had decided that instead of going around and around and around on the toe of my sock, that I would just have a big loop across. So that's what I was fixing. Because I've been having such a good time talking to Carin that I just kept going. Anyway, so this is, going to get up to do a close-up. This is an itty-bitty toe. And it is, I don't know how well y'all can see that. But it is, the yarn is Another Crafty Girl in the Squirtle colorway. Which kind of reminds me, I know Squirtle is like a Pokemon thing. But it reminds me of the little turtle from Finding Nemo, Squirt. So they're going to be my Squirt.
Yeah.
They're going to be my little Squirt socks. And I cannot say enough about Another Crafty Girl. First off, this yarn is fabulous to work with. I wish I would stop messing it up. But second, like the packaging it came in, super cute. So you'll have to check her out. She's Another Crafty Girl on Etsy. I'm using 1.5, 2.75 millimeters.
2.5.
2.5?
2.5.
Ah, see. That's why I got them. Knit picks, 2 circs, just started the toe because tomorrow I am going to Nashville for a conference for 4 days and I wanted to get through the toe of this before I go. It's just going to be a plain stockinette sock, afterthought heel. That way I can, if I get to the heel, just put in the line, keep going, don't have to worry about it. So that's the first thing on my needles. And I just started those today, just to get something to take with me. Not that I'm going to have a shortage of projects to take with me, because I'm also planning on taking Gnor and my Artemis and Apollo socks, which are next.
So we don't get to see Gnor because it's already packed up?
Yeah, it's already in the suitcase. I made that sound like I packed, but I didn't.
You packed
I was giving
stuff.
you an out
Yeah.
there.
Nah. It didn't get touched this week, so I didn't figure y'all wanted to see it. Alright, so Apollo and Artemis socks. These are our Through the Loops pattern by Kirsten Kapoor. Last week you saw Artemis. She was done. She also has a black thorn needle sticking out of her. So there's the first sock, and it's got lace detail going on either side down the leg. Apollo is a little bit different. It has lace detailing going across. There is an error in the pattern. If you read the pattern, it tells you to yarn over and SSK for the second part of the lace, because the lace should zigzag. Mine doesn't zigzag because I didn't bother to check in people's projects. I did check for notes, but it was a long time ago when I started these, and I forgot that there's an error, so I'm not ripping it out. I'm just winging it.
It's a design element.
Yep, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. So past the heel, started the foot, started the gusset decreases. Those are on my 1.5, 2.5 millimeter black thorn needles. See, I remembered that from there.
You did.
Very good.
So smart. So those are going with me as well. So I can get at least one owl pair of socks done. I'm also going to take another owl pair of socks with me, and that's going to be the whole crew that I take with me. Other things that are on my needles that I'm working on.
You're taking socks and the shawl.
Socks, and the shawl. And Gnor is probably going to be worked on the bus primarily. I don't know how much downtime I'm going to be. Now, I'm going with a bunch of my coworkers, and they know I knit, so I'm not going to, but they don't know, like, the extent of the knitting.
How deep the obsession
interesting.
truly is.
So, I'm probably, that's all I'm taking. But, other things, I'm hoping to get this done today. I'm actually going to work on this for the rest of the show, but I had it at the end of a row, and I wanted to keep it there. This is my daybreak.
It is huge.
It is. This is the medium size. I'm actually almost, thank you, Carin. I'm almost ready to bind off. I have just like 6 more rows of the garter at the bottom, and then I'll be done.
You'll finish that.
It's not really garter. It's 3 rows of stockinette, 1 row of garter, essentially. So, yeah, I hope to finish most of that tonight, bind it off, maybe start it blocking while I'm gone. I'm having string issues today, yarn issues.
Cry me a river. Wait till y'all see one of my work.
And that is on my size 4 signatures, 3.5 millimeters. So I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to work on it for the rest of the time. Oh, and I had something else. Someone asked me how my squares for my father were going along. See, you thought you got to talk.
I'm so pathetic next to her.
Yeah, welcome to my
I've seen shows where you've talked quite a bit.
Yeah, not lately.
So, someone asked me how my dad's Afghan square was. This is pretty much a little bit further than you saw it last time. It's really not gotten any love. I will, she asked me to get back started on mine to motivate her, so I will do that, but I'm not going to take it with me this week. But I am coming back Wednesday, so I'll work on it then. And get at least 1 square done, so it's a little bit less pitiful. So there are 2 complete, and that's squares. That is the mitered crosses pattern, which was a Japan relief pattern. So I have 2 squares. I think 2 squares done
I think
completely.
you had 2 completely done.
And then this is the 3rd. And it's in my lovely bag that Seashore Sharing gave me.
It's like a tongue twister.
And I think it's on size 7 US. I don't really know, and I don't have a needle gauge with me. So, and I've left the pattern. Oh, I can look on the pattern and see.
Because you always use what the pattern calls for.
I did on this because I was too lazy. It's a blanket, so gauge didn't really matter. And I was too lazy to do like a swatch or anything.
Who swatches for a blanket?
Size
really?
6, 4 millimeters. So size 6, 4 millimeters. And that's what it looks like when it's done. It's all pretty. Anyway. And that's it for me, I promise.
That she has with her. So
Yes.
Karen's been pretty monogamous.
Are you closer to stopping than I am? I've got a bit to go.
No, but I can kill some time. So,
Please do. I'm gonna knit fast. I don't normally knit on my show. This is stressful for me.
I'm sorry.
About as stressful as watching Parking Wars was for Leslie. She's
God,
like, I gotta turn this off.
My
These
blood
people are
pressure
yelling."
was going up, and I was getting, Kobe, my son, was just
snappy.
asking for something, and I'm like, I can't focus. These people are getting tickets, and they're yelling, okay, I can't watch this anymore. I'm getting stressed out. So anyway, Knitty came out. The first fall issue of Knitty came out on Thursday, and as it sometimes happens, a pattern grabbed me immediately, and it was the double Helix socks. And I thought, oh, that's really cool because you start at the heel, and there's like the spiral construction, and it's really nifty, and I've never seen anything like it. And I thought, that's cool. I'm going to start that. I've already got stuff on the needles, but whatever. Of course, I've got 2 people who are not monogamous knitters going, yeah, we'll wind the yarn for you.
Yeah, we wound the yarn and we picked out the colors.
Yeah.
So
Diving through bins.
I kind of think that it looks a little Dr. Seuss,
I love it though.
but
Fabulous.
this is the heel. So I've got the first heel done. All right, I have to get up because y'all can't really see that. So this is the heel. And it's spiraled, and I actually had to rip it out once because I did it wrong. The instructions are crazy fiddly, but
It looks gorgeous.
I'm using 2 yarns that I love quite a lot. This is fiber optic cashmere, and you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but it like glows. It's so bright. It's crazy bright. And it is in the grape something.
Grape Escape.
Grape Escape. So this is her cashmere base. And the other one was kind of an unloved one. I'd had in my stash for a little while and never really, I got it in a swap and I liked it, but I didn't know what to do with it. And it's Yarntini and her merino sock based Strawberry Frenzy. So I've got grape and strawberry, and that was unintentional.
It's a fruit salad.
They work together. I don't know, I'm kind of undecided on this pattern. It's a lot of work, and you've got a lot of ends that you're working with, and then you have to do provisional cast on after you finish it's a lot of work. It's a lot of like
mess.
little stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, and I appreciate the effort.
I think we should do a finish or frog it for it and let people vote.
Yes. But don't vote to finish it just because you want me to suffer, please.
Because Because we haven't finished her frogget for a while.
Yeah.
And typically it's me who's finished her frogget.
That's true.
So.
I rarely cast something on and then immediately decide, I don't really think I'm going to do this. But so that's the heel, and then this is going to be the foot here, and then the purple will be the leg. But I don't know, I'm not as in love with it as I was when I first started it. So I'm not certain I want to do another one. But anyway, that's the first thing.
I think the love went away the first time you had to rip it out.
That's probably part of it. It was like, and you know, I figured out what I had done wrong and all that, but it's like, it's a lot of work for just a sock that's in different colors. So anyway, that was by Jenny Stamen. Again, I love it. I still think it's cool. I'm not really in a place where I feel like doing all that work for that type of sock. So, second work in progress has gotten about 8 or 9 rows since y'all last saw it. It's the Lead Light, which is the cardigan by Jessamine Lee. Jesh, she goes by on Ravelry. I'm still in the straight section of the after the waist decreases, and actually got a row counting bracelet to use to count the rows, because I was just assuming that I could go back and see where I decreased and count from there, and that's a really stupid thing to do, especially when you're trying to count those rows at like 11:30 and you've had a really long day. So I got a little bead counting bracelet, and I got that from, I don't remember her name, so I kept it with me, Jeanette Jed on Etsy, and I'll link her. But this was only like $16, and it's really pretty. It's got like natural beads and all that. So anyway, it's a real pretty row counting bracelet. Very inexpensive, and I liked it a lot. I feel like I'm off today. I feel like I'm not in the zone. I'm not in the podcast.
It's Saturday.
zone.
Maybe
It's
not
why.
Sunday. We're recording a day early because tomorrow I'm leaving at like 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you said give you some time. I'm giving you plenty. Now you're like,
Now I'm like,
Sitting around.
so this you guys saw last week, and it's the Osei shawl by Christy Hulas.
And she's got a group on Ravelry.
Yes. Yeah. So it's got all the cool drop wrap stitches. I've started the beaded edge on it. It's hard to see because I've only a few rows of beading in.
It's pretty though.
But I'm about halfway done with the first of 2 edging charts. And this is in the Tempted Little Lux. Regular Lux, which is a sport weight. Is
Yes.
that right? Okay. So that's what this is. And this is in, okay. And Stacy said that she wasn't going to correct us because we're still like talking about her stuff, and she appreciates that. But this is Moondance. And
Oh.
yours is Moonlight. The silver is Moonlight.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we were wrong.
Oh.
But that's
Whoops.
okay. Whatever. It's just a colorway. But I was looking on the Loopy U site because I was like, I need some more Tempted, and I saw this color was called Moondance, and I'm like, really? I thought this was something else. And she said, no, I wasn't going to correct you, but
Oh.
so
Huh.
you should correct us, Stacy.
You should, because now it's on my wish pattern wrong. Whoops. I'll have to fix that.
Oh.
I'll have to make that a note. Oh well.
But I mean, really, you can't go wrong with Tempted. Who cares
No.
what the colorway name is? So, all right, now it's your turn.
Yay!
I have one thing.
She
Well,
purposely only brought one thing, though, right? Well, you were working on something else at the time.
I ran out of suitcase space. Was the main reason why I was gonna bring Mom's shipwreck along with me.
Aww.
Try and get that done, but I ran out of space in my
Helix
suitcase.
would have eaten those
That's
beads.
true.
That would have been such a fun
Then
fucking
I
toy.
thought I was gonna run out of beads that I had already strung. I'm only like 7 rows from the end, so I was like, I don't want to haul the bead spinner down. I didn't even think, hello, you guys have a bead spinner I
Yeah.
could probably borrow.
Yeah.
But I brought Clockwork along by
Yay.
Stephen West. I'll spread it out a little bit here.
It's a Stephen
This is
West
actually,
Palooza.
it's actually the top. You cast on at the neck edge. And I'm halfway basically. I just did the garter bar down here across the middle. I'll do another 12 rows of the gold, the contrasty, the bronze moth, because it's in Sanguine Griffin, oh god,
Bugga.
Skinny Bugga,
Skinny bugga. Okay.
in Blue Orchard Bee and bronze moth.
I need to look at your stitch markers.
Oh, those are cute. Those are my wee ones.
They're brownie sundaes.
Yeah.
Those are adorable. And then you
Okay.
have one over here.
Yeah, well,
that
she was
is-
actually knitting in the car, and she's like, "Oh crap, I lost a stitch marker," and I'm like, "I got
Oh,
a bunch of them." And she's like,
Like,
"No, you don't understand."
My wee ones, I have to. I made them. Well, we were parked basically,
Yeah.
and right as we parked, one of my favorite one, the mint chocolate chip. That little one. That one went flying.
You have to show your little puppy stitch marker too. That's
Oh,
adorable.
yeah, I put 2 of them on.
This is Phoebe's.
Bev, Palette PC, sent me some stuff, and one of them was she went through my Flickr and found all the pictures of Phoebe and sent it to Knit Girl in Idaho, I think.
Okay.
And had these made
Bev
up.
Love is a stalker,
Okay.
but the good kind of stalker.
I don't
Kinda
know.
stalker
There we
love.
go.
Sends
That's
presents.
Phoebe, who I miss dearly. And I said this on my show on Wednesday. She's a serial bunny killer.
Aw.
I got a text from my friend who's watching her saying, Phoebe may have killed 2 baby bunnies and eaten one before we could stop her. So.
Bunny cannibal
She's a
is what
bunny.
she is.
She's a bunny killer.
It's not funny, but it is a little bit funny.
And I was
And
like,
Helix-
she kills one every summer.
Helix was running around with Kobe's stuffed bunny in his mouth, and we're like, bunny killer!
Yes.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's the only thing I have on the needles. On my signatures.
This is
Yeah.
what I have to do like every 2 rows. I can untangle all this stuff.
Finished objects.
Laura's like, she just dropped the F-bomb. Let's move on. I did it quietly. Karen has the best finished object, I think, so she should go
Yes,
first.
I agree.
I finished My Wish.
Yay!
Test knit for Laura.
Look how huge and gorgeous it is.
It ended up,
Yes.
what was it, 72
72
inches
by
across?
like
So, like
32.
by
35
32 or
or
33 down.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yours
And
came out gorgeous.
It's in Volmisa, 100% in Junduia. We're different. And then my hand spun is all the teal bits for the stripes in between and for the bind off.
And you're donating them.
I am.
It's going to be a lovely prize.
It's a prize for LynnZimm's Make-A-Wish.
You too could win this shawl. All you have to do is make a donation of at least $10 to LynnZimm's Make-A-Wish
Which we will link
fundraiser, which we will link in
in
the
the
show notes.
And I have to do show notes this week.
So you could get a shawl hand knit by Carin.
You
So you-
absolutely could.
You might actually get show notes in a timely fashion this week.
I said I'd help.
Yes. We're recording on Saturday, but this isn't going up till Sunday, so. Yeah.
Toss
So
that
we
over there so
Not
I don't
tossing it
sweat to
anywhere.
death. Yes, toss it. It'll be fine.
So-
It has to survive the ride back to Omaha in my suitcase anyway.
And we used our awesome blocking
The
wires to
Infinity
block
blocking
it.
wires.
They were lovely.
And it went so much faster with 3 people rather than me crawling around a piece of foam board on my spare
sort
bedroom
of.
floor.
She still went around and corrected everything that we did. So
I just pulled it out a little bit more.
I gave up. I was like, y'all have fun. I'm going to take pictures and post them on the internet.
After you guys left the room, I did not pull it out anymore, so
There's no way to prove that.
I didn't. I swear, I promised you, I did not stretch it any further. I wanted to, but I didn't. I was tired.
And I actually got another set of the Infinity blocking wires from Rachel, and she has a new kind where they're the ultra fine, but they're super long and they're intended for circular shawls. Because she saw the video and thought, oh, I could make some longer ones that would work for circular shawls. So I'm sending those home with Carin for her to use for her Even Star, so I can see how they work. Because I don't have a circular shawl in my future.
So that means I have to work on my
At
Even
least
Star, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
okay.
your shipwreck.
Yeah, she
The edge could be a little bit looser.
Yeah.
You just kind of push it out with your hands.
You have a pretty hand spun.
I do.
Yes.
I was like, are you talking to Carin? Because we've already shown her. I finished.
Yeah, let's get back to me already.
I finished my socks. And I really love the second one, but we're not telling the first one. It would get its feelings hurt. We have the giggles tonight. So I have my first pair of hand-spun, hand-knit socks, and I'm super excited to try them out and see how long my hand-spun lasts.
Are you going to wear them on your trip?
I don't know. I don't know how people would react to the crazy. Actually, I'm not, because the shoes that I've packed are like little ballet flats that don't really do well with
Right.
socks, and it's like 100 degrees outside,
Yeah.
so I really don't need. I might pack a couple pairs of hand knit socks and an extra pair of black shoes in case the convention center is like super duper cold, because
Yeah.
that's always an issue. But as of right now, I don't think these would be thick for dress shoes, anyways. I think.
Yeah, that's the way.
They were knit on size 1.5 millimeters, but they're very dense. I'm gonna weigh them and see.
Ooh, they are smushy.
Yeah.
I love hand spun socks.
See, this is my first pair. I'm super excited. And these were, you can see my gusset and heel turn a la Wendy of WendyKnits.net. And she has all the numbers that you need for any size socks. And she's got a little, like, spreadsheet type thing under her free freebies, so that's always helpful. And I actually have that page saved on my phone, so I know exactly where it is. But that's my only FO of the week.
And you'll understand why when we get to spinning. Somebody texted me. Sorry about that. So I didn't want to be the odd man out and not have a single FO for this week, so I wasn't really close to finishing any FOs. It's not so bad when it's just Laura, but when you got Carin here with a freaking gorgeous, huge hand spun thing, I was like, I gotta do something.
So I had a long trip to work on it on, okay?
I love what you did though.
Yes. About a month ago, I saw, I signed up for Laura Nelkins' newsletter. And she's a designer on Rav. And because I can't remember what pattern it was I liked a long time ago, so I went and signed up for her newsletter. And she recently started, it's a book of 10 accessory patterns for knitting. And this was the first one, and then this month's pattern was, it's a necklace, but I can't remember what it's called, anyway. It was 10 patterns for $18, or you can buy the patterns individually for $4 or $5. I bought the whole book, and I've only got 2 of them so far because they're going to be released monthly.
I love that. That's one of my favorite
of
ways of doing that, because that's what like Rami Hill did last year with her 7 small shawls.
Right.
And she has a new one starting that I think I'm going to sign up for, because she gave her people from last year a discount code, a coupon code.
Cool.
So it's like $4 off. So I think I'm going to do the next one. But I love that like ebook where they release, as long as they actually follow through and do it. I mean, you have to be careful with that, but when it's a big name designer like Rami Hill or Laura Nelkin, you're pretty safe.
Well, this was the first one, and when I saw it, I thought, oh, I really like that. But then as it goes, I forgot about it until the other day. So basically, it's called Ribband, and I'll link it in the show notes, by Laura Nelkin, and it's designed to be like a necklace, or you can wear it as a bracelet, kind of a little more interesting as a bracelet. I'll come up and show you guys. Basically, it's 15 yards of yarn and 1 tube of beads from Joann's or Hancock's or what have you.
It was like 400 beads, something like that.
And she's got that listed on the pattern. But yeah, and you string them on, and then it's a simple pattern. And if you buy the pattern by itself, it's $5. But really, I would just buy the whole book. It's $18. And I've liked most of the patterns that have come out so far. And this took me, yesterday we were at Laura's house, and it took me about 2 hours, and that included putting the beads on the yarn. So total knitting time, maybe hour and 15 minutes.
I think that's a great way of using up scraps, especially smaller scraps. It's only 15 yards.
It's like a scrap of a treasured yarn that you had left over from something.
And you use Numma Numma.
I used Numma Numma in her Toasty Boo sock. I want to say it was strawberry jam. That's what you said
Strawberry
yesterday.
jam or something along those lines.
It was whatever I used in my Norwegian rose socks. I had it left over, and I still have a crap ton of it left over. But I like it. And you can.
Her yarn is just fabulous.
You can wear it, different ways. However you want it. Whatever your.
I like it that way. It's my favorite.
Your, however you swing. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. So that was my only FO. But I liked it. I might actually need another one, because it's like an hour or 2 hours for a finished object for something that, because in Mississippi, you get to wear your hand knit items for like 3 months out of the 12 months of the year, if you're lucky.
Just because they're wimps. Because I've been wearing wool socks the entire time I've been here.
Apparently we're not like hardcore like this Nebraska girl here, but yeah, I just, you don't get to wear them very often. Something as small as this you can wear, So, anyway. Spinning.
Who wants to go first? Okay.
I finished my Knitting in Color Frat to Stay.
I love that.
And this was Falkland, 100% Falkland. And I got...
Are you going to sneeze?
I feel like I'm
Okay, well, I'm just going to talk.
Yeah, keep going, and if I blast you out, I'm sorry.
So I got, from the main skein, I 2-plied it, and I didn't make any effort to spin it thin. I just spun it kind of quick and easy, however it wanted to be spun. Ended up about a DK weight 2-ply. I got 330 yards out of this skein, and when I pulled it off the skein winder, it was really, really well balanced. So that made me happy. But it is a screaming bright in your face kind of orange.
I like the orange. I think the orange adds so much to it.
So I like it. I don't know what I'll knit with it, but I'm going to knit something with it so it'll count for Stash Dash.
Yay!
And then I got another little 10 or 12 yard 2-ply of what was left from one bobbin, because I always have more left on one bobbin.
I always do too.
So this hasn't been soaked or set yet. This is just straight wound off the skein winder. And that's my spinning for the week. But I will show you what I'm going to spin next, because I've already started preparing it. Let me warm this up. So I've been eyeing this since I got it and waiting until it kind of pulled me to spin it. And this is Diabolical, and this is, I want to say wine and chocolate.
That's gorgeous.
And it is 85% BFL and 15% silk.
So you already started pre-drafting it?
Well, I split it into 2-ounce segments. Ooh, I just started pulling something off there. This is what half of it looks like. I haven't done anything to this half of it yet. And then I took the other half and I split it into strips, and I split those. This is a trick I learned from watching Carin. Was I rolled those, I pre-drafted them.
When did I do that while I was here?
No, not while you were here. I'm a stalker. I've watched you on the interwebs.
Oh.
So
We're going to take pictures of you while you're sleeping tonight and post them on the
That
internet.
is scary because I drool in my sleep. Sometimes.
I
We should have done that on the first day. Damn it.
I pre-drafted it and I rolled it into balls. So I've got like 5 little balls in here, and that's how I'll spin from, because it'll all be really well drafted. So that's what I'm going to have on the spinning wheel. I'll probably start that tomorrow because I've got another 2 full days of Carin here before she has to go fly back home to stupid Nebraska.
Stupid Nebraska.
Stupid Nebraska.
Stupid flooding Nebraska.
Oh my gosh, the flooding. Anyway, sorry.
It's pretty crazy.
I showed them
When
pictures.
freeways are underwater, there's a problem.
There's a very big problem.
So you have spinning too. You have some. You got to
do have
play on
spinning.
Mama Linneman's wheel.
I did. It was fun. You go over to Mama Linneman's house and she just is like, "You sure you don't want to use a wheel?" I'm absolutely sure. As
I
you're
think
pulling
you
out a
need to
spindle,
spin.
going, "Really? I'm okay. I have my spin. Okay, fine." And she's already carrying the wheel over towards you.
She got to play on the Kromsky.
Yep.
The
I was gonna
Kromsky
ask
Sonata.
you which one did I
Yeah,
did I
the
spin
Sonata,
on?
I believe.
I don't even know which one I spun on. So, well, here I'll show you this stuff. It's the same stuff that I'm spinning on my modular drop spindle from KCL Woodwork.
Yes,
I think.
I believe.
The one that the shaft.
Not that
comes
I've Googled
off.
it and tried to purchase my own or anything.
This was the Dicentra Designs in Laketown. It's an 80-20 merino silk blend. So I'm doing, I split it into 2 ounces, just pulled it apart. Actually, I split it into 1 ounce balls, and I'm going to do 2 ounces on the drop spindle. Actually, I just flat out decided when she pulled the wheel out that, you know what, screw it, I'm not going to spin all 4 ounces on the drop spindle because it will take me forever because I suck at drop spindling.
We would have given you 5 or 2.
Yeah, I
You stay
know.
long enough, you get lots of stuff.
My suitcase will be fuller when I leave. So, in, how long were we there? 3 hours?
Yeah, around about maybe.
Roughly. I spun 2 ounces, and then I borrowed Leslie's wheel today.
Her matchless.
Her matchless in order to ply. So I have 2 ply
Yes.
of 2 ounces of Laketown from Dicentra Designs.
And it's gorgeous.
Yes. 257 yards.
Yes.
Yep.
I think.
Which gave me total envy, yardage envy.
Oh,
And it's
2
just
ounces.
Slightly. It hasn't had its bath yet, so this will come out of it when I.
We'll thwack the crap out of it.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Especially since you're using 2 brand new wheels.
2
too.
brand new
Yeah.
wheels I've never spun on before, and I was just guessing. It's just like, whatever. And we were watching the JC Boggs.
We were. I was messing them up.
Sit and spin video.
And, you can tell. I mean, there's places where it's a little bit thicker, and I'm like, oh, that's where she was talking about
Karen
the
and
thick
I were
and thin
both like
portion.
itching watching this video.
Oh, every time she pulled out Firestar, I was like, wow.
It's cool. The techniques
Sparkle.
are super cool, but it's something that's it's a niche sort of thing.
Yeah. So this is going to be
A
Leslie's
niche
hostess
you will be
gift.
pointing.
I get hand spun yarn.
You have to take an art yarn class this fall.
Yes, LynnZimm. I totally expected you to say, dude, I can't come to Mississippi just for an art yarn class. You let me down.
So that's yours.
So this is mine. I
It's
get
hers.
a hostess present.
Yay.
So, ooh, I wonder.
Oh,
I was going to say, does she get credit for it if I knit with her?
I think I should.
Dash.
I think I should. I need to take a picture of that to post, or I'll borrow it back later with my webcam to post something in the thread.
You
I have
should-
sparkly.
You should do something.
Oh,
Can
God.
I check you with the sparkly?
That's better than.
So that's
I
an art
like
yarn.
it better than the sparkle bats that I
big
did.
huge thing. Well, here's the deal with this: is I had the leftover half of the ass kicking bat. Let me take it out. And so it was the total bat itself was 5.5 ounces, and so this was around half of that. Spin it a little.
So what techniques did you try?
So
with this?
what I did with this was I took the bat and split it into small strips, and then split the strips into smaller pieces, spun them on the folds as a thick and thin, and then plied it with a novelty sparkly. And it was over 100 yards, like 120 yards altogether. So there's that.
So
and
that
it's pretty well balanced
It is.
That would have
That
driven
threads
me nuts
from there. Okay.
to spin it. I think it's very pretty now.
Yeah. And it's not like it actually seems to soften up a little bit. The novelty yarn that I used to ply with the sparkly black that I used to ply the other one with is a little bit, it's not real like super soft. It's a little bit scratchy. But I think the rest of the bat kind of
Evens it out.
yeah, has fixed that problem. And I'll probably do like 2 rows of this, 2 rows of like a superwash merino and do like a stripy scarf or something crazy. And then I also spun the last ounce of the grape
I
soda.
have such envy with that yarn.
So there's 500 total yards of that. I brought the bigger bump that I finished last week, and then this is a little mini bump of the 1 ounce. So it's done completely and totally off the bobbins. That made me happy. And then last but not least, last week I talked to y'all about Paul Worth that I was spinning in the Marion Berry colorway from Abstract Fibers. And when I ply, I count. Do you count when you ply?
Nope.
Oh.
Karen and I were actually talking about that earlier.
Sometimes.
And I also stop and check as I ply to see how much twist it was getting, and this was getting like
It's perfect.
perfect twist. So I was really happy with this. It's 400 total yards of a 2-ply, and I'm going to show it up close because I'm
You got
very,
behind the lights. There you go.
okay, very, very happy with that.
I'm very happy with it too.
It's
beautiful.
gorgeous. So Abstract Fibers, Paul Worth in the Marion Berry colorway. And that's it. That's it for spinning for me this week. Now, instead of doing a regular book review, we are going to talk about the 3 books we use the most often. So, Carin, what book do you use most often?
And this will come as a shock to anybody
Shock to
who watches
anybody, yes.
Rabbit West, which you should all be watching. Rabbit
Everybody take a
West.
wild guess. Oh yes, it's Sock Innovation, which I still have yet to pick the 4th.
You should do it right now. Choose
Choose
the
the
pattern
and
for the next.
we'll keep talking.
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
So that's
So-
Leslie's copy of Sock Innovation.
Yes.
Yeah,
she
mine's-
didn't drag it with her. She
So-
came in today and I was like, pick a book that you use the most often.
and I was sitting there going,
Karen is, I like to say crazy pants because she's working her way through the entire book of Stock Innovation, which, don't get me wrong, love me some cookie, but that's a lot of cookie.
It's a lot of cookies.
It's a lot of Woolmaza and cookie.
Yeah, it is.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Since I'm doing all of mine in
I didn't
Woolmaza.
realize that. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew that you had so far. I didn't know that was the plan necessarily.
That's the plan. Is all.
You should let me
every
choose your next one.
Okay,
Yay!
Leslie's choosing the next one.
Okay, you talk about
Karen,
your
Sarah, I am so sorry. Leslie gets to choose this one
Yes.
since I'm here.
So okay, if it's one you've already done, I'll.
So
skip
which
it.
ones have you already done? How about we
I've
say that?
done Glynis,
Okay, I've done Glynis
Juanita.
actually. I like that one.
Juanita, are the ones I just finished. I've done Eunice. Glynis, Juanita, Eunice. I know we've done 4.
Okay.
Crap.
We've done Glynis.
Did Glynis. We did
Eunice.
Eunice.
You were working. You didn't do
Sunshine.
We didn't do Sunshine.
Devin.
Devin.
Devin was the
I
other one.
always forget Devin, probably because they only took me like 9 days to knit the pair. 9
I'm
or
gonna
11
look for the
days.
one that I think is gonna be the most painful.
Oh, she's gonna
I like
kill
the
me
one
here.
with the eyelets that go kind of squirrely. Is that K-Mal
she's
or
gonna
something?
kill me.
We did Juanita already. Sam's kind of cute.
Sam's the one that I'm wearing right now that my mom knit
Ooh,
for me.
those are pretty. You should
Why
hike
Why
your
don't
leg
you
up
show
to
up?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's gonna make me put my leg over my head, people. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Whatever,
So
you're
you get a
flexible
little
enough
leg
to
wow.
do it.
No,
Well,
I'm
you're
not. I cannot touch my toes. It's a little known fact with Karen. I can't touch my toes and I can't belch.
Aww.
Yes.
That
We've
was
learned about the
interesting.
belching thing.
They learned about the belching thing before, but I visit.
So what yarn is that? 'Cause
That's
some bright-
Volreza.
That's gorgeous.
This
what
was
colorway
one-
is
I
that?
think it was True Love. This was one of the club colorways from
I
when Claudia
love
did
True Love.
the club.
I didn't get that colorway. Alicia, I want True Love.
We're looking at you.
Alicia and I split
This
the
is what I'll
Woolmaza
choose.
Club.
I like that one.
Okay,
Rick?
so the next round the twist knit along pattern is going to be Rick.
She says
As
begrudgingly.
dictated by Leslie.
Yeah, well, I didn't
It's-
pick the crazy cable
You know,
one.
it's got to get knit eventually, so we might. No, you just pick the mirrored one that's
Yeah.
got. Hang on.
Have you met Leslie?
Ooh.
That has left and right foot charts that take up a whole
That's teeny
page.
tiny. I'm sorry, anybody that's knitting this along with Carin.
Do not yell at me. Direct all hate mail to Leslie,
Yep.
okay?
You don't call me last. You send it on to me.
Ugh.
I'm
What,
tough, I
you
can
don't
take
call
it.
me less at gmail.com. PM her on Ravelry. You don't call me less.
She's also on Plurk, Twitter,
You don't call me
Facebook.
less. All
Do you
hate
have good
mail.
friends like me?
I did not pick this. I'm going to be cussing her out once I get back to Omaha. She is going to be phone
What yarn are you
calls.
going to use?
I don't know. I don't have my one as a
See, Laura's trying to distract her from hating on me. Isn't that sweet?
There's no hating allowed on this show.
You know what? Grab me
We
my
are not
laptop
haters.
over there, and I can look up what Volmiza I have, and I'll announce what colorway
Okay.
I'm going to use. Just pull it out.
My
from under
favorite
everything else.
book that I use the most
Unplug it.
often is not a pattern book. It's a book of finishing techniques. So this was put out by Martingale, and this I actually purchased way before we ever reviewed anything from Martingale. This is Nancy Wiseman, and I bought it because Laura had it and just raved about how much she liked it.
I took a finishing class, and that's what I had to buy for
Right.
the finishing class.
And I mean, there's very clear, I think that we've actually talked about this before on the show. I want to say that we have. But it's got very clear instructions and illustrations, and it's spiral
I
bound,
was gonna
so
say, it's
it'll
got
lay
that
flat completely.
Fun spiral binding inside. I love those.
And it's pretty much every technique you need to know, from casting on, decreasing, increasing, binding off. All the little things like that are included in this book. So anytime I have a question about a pattern, if I'm not by a computer and can't just Google it, this is the book that I go to.
I'm a finishing class dropout. I had to take that class twice, and I still don't understand half the stuff in it. Sweater finishing, it was the teacher was really good, but I'm a little bit slow. My favorite book is actually the first one of this series, but Leslie doesn't have it. The Mason-Dixon books, the first one especially, I have used over and over and over. I think I've broken the spine. But in this one, what I've made, I know I've made something out of this one. Let me see. I did not make this steeped carpet.
Yeah, I bought that for like the giant color work blanket.
love the
and now
Stephen
I'm like,
Colbert-
there's no way that's gonna
The
happen.
Stephen Colbert socks in here are adorable. But I have made something out of here. Let's see. It was a dishcloth.
Yeah.
But it
The ball
counts.
band dishcloth.
That's in
It
the
wasn't.
first
That's in
one,
the
okay.
first one. That's that one I've made over and
Yeah, I've
over
made
and
that
over
one a
again.
few times
I
as
love
well.
these trees. I should make these trees. I don't know if you can see that real well. Those are adorable. Let's see. And I love this little girl's. This is why I bought this book. Is this little girl's
Sweater. Yeah.
sweater is freaking adorable.
I love the little embroidery on it. It's very cute.
But I made the dishcloths that have the button that go around them. Let's see if I can fail at finding stuff apparently. They're probably way in the back. These ones, the Excellent Lady Gift. I made this for one of my like 4 or 5 of them for one of my teachers. So it's just a different dishcloth pattern that's kind of nice if you have a like bar that you can hook it over or a knob or something. They're very nice. They're mitered. It's lots of fun. So I cannot tell you how many times I've used the Mason-Dixon books, but it's been a whole lot. Whether it's the bibs, the dishcloths, the Swiffer covers, the log cabin blankets. Leslie showed the Carin how my log cabin blanket still, a year later, does not have the ends woven in them. We just use it. It's fine.
They're all dangling.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't know, 400 of
One
them.
day
or
when I go
something.
over there and forget a knitting project, that's what I'm just gonna weave in ends.
That would be fabulous.
And
Because
Laura's like, because that's the only way.
I
it's
took it
ever gonna
to
happen.
Knitting Guild once and passed it around to have people weave it ends. I'm shameless. But it was lots of fun. I have a great knitting guild in this area as well.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's books. What Volmiza are you going to use?
You know, I don't have my whole Volmiza stash in here because I know I've got my old blue jeans. I know I have Tutu. I know.
You should
I
do
love
mild blue
tutu.
jeans. Oh, you just knit blue wool
I
off
just
of
knit
that.
blue.
Tutu's
I like
a pretty
tutu.
color too.
Tutu's like
I know.
screaming bright pink.
For socks named Rick, I think it is a perfect
I think it's a
fit.
perfect
See,
fit.
I was thinking either the hearse blood, loot, that one.
That's like a bluish red.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Or the Jules Tanta.
That's like a pink.
It's a burgundy.
Yeah.
Burgundy. It's more like a red shading to a
I
purple.
think I've knit with my Gilles Tante that I got in the club.
And it's still sealed in the plastic wrap that it
Mhm.
came in.
because that was a club
What's
skein.
that one?
I've knit with that as well.
That's purple.
That's a variegated purple. It's got different shades in it, so I've knit with that.
Leslie knows everything about Volmaza.
That's not true. I used to, but that woman never stops, so.
I've got more Volmaza than I have up on my Rav Stash page, though. I thought I'd taken pictures of everything, but I'm leaning toward the reds.
I have no problem with reds, so.
I know you don't.
So just make it a red and say you'll decide when you get home.
I'll decide when I get home.
Okay.
I have a knot. That's why I was
Oh,
with like 5
Oh,
rows to go. I have a freaking knot. Oh well.
pudding.
That's an end
Sorry.
weaving.
All right, so favorite things.
Favorite things.
Tour de Fleece starts on a week from today,
Saturday.
so the 2nd of July. Well, Tour de France starts the same day. So we have a group. Tour de Fleece has its own group. All the rules are there. You can join any team. You can post every day for prizes.
You can join
main
multiple
threads.
teams.
Yes, you can do multiple teams, different
And
goals.
The big daily thread, they award prizes every day, and then like the rookie and intermediate and expert levels, they award prizes every day. We're going to award prizes in Team Knit Girls, but it'll be sporadic when we feel like
It'll be random because we like random.
Or you can be like me and not join a team and just set a personal goal and
We
say,
should join
I don't
our
care about the
team."
rules. This is why I didn't join the Harry Potter thing, because
It's
I
too much
rules.
stress.
too many rules and too much stress, and when it stops being fun, it stops being a hobby.
Yeah,
That's true.
And I don't need additional stress in my life, so I just set
And we get
myself
to
a
not
goal.
have stress, so I think that's good. That's
Yeah.
kind of what we decided with podcasting. I don't know if you have the same philosophy, but when it
When it
stops
stops
becoming
being fun
fun,
and
then we're
becomes
done.
a job,
Yeah.
we're done and over. Yep. It hasn't gotten that way yet.
No, it's never gone that way for
I
us.
still have fun with it.
Gosh,
obviously.
we're so much fun. It's ridiculous.
So we have individual goals. What is your goal, Laura?
To spend 2 pounds.
And not only is her goal to spend 2 pounds, the majority of the tour, she's not even going to be home.
So mom's taking the Kromsky in the 5th wheel, so I'll be with them for part of it. So like for a week I'll have access to a wheel, but the rest will be spindle spun on my 2 trindles.
2 pounds.
We'll see.
I think you can get through 2 pounds on
Well, I'll
that baby trindle.
Now I have a regular size trindle
Well, I know
too.
you have a regular one, but
We'll see.
okay.
I told her she's
I'll be
supposed
home
to
for a
shoot,
week,
yeah.
and then I'll have access to the wheel for a week, and we'll see. I've
She's
spun
going to be
over.
spinning so hard that thing's going to be smoking.
I've spun over a pound so far this summer. I've spun 1.5 pounds already this summer.
But
So
you've been at home with your wheel.
that's true. But
So-
hopefully I'll get some done.
My goal is to spend a pound because, I'll be traveling during part of the tour as well. So
And you're less crazy pants.
I'm a little bit less crazy. I'm crazy pants in different ways.
Okay.
So 1 pound is my goal. Do you have a goal?
Millie's Fleece.
That's a good goal.
You got to get that sweater going.
Everything spun up so that when Tour de Fleece is spun up and plied.
Ooh.
I know. So when Tour de Fleece is over, I will have the yarn and I can start the traveling sweater because, in theory, very big theory, it's going to be my Rhinebeck sweater
That
this
would
year.
be cool.
That would be very cool.
And if the yarn is fun, you can totally do that before
And
Rhinebeck.
if there turns out to not be enough yarn,
Then you'll improvise.
then you should
or-
just pick out another sweater.
or
I mean,
I,
it's a pretty simple
or,
gauge,
or I
right?
could finish my Kayuni.
You could. I think you should finish your Kayuni
Or
during
my-
Tour de Fleece, and then for like hand cyclists,
See,
because
now
what
she's
you
trying
have
to spread
left
the crazy.
sticking.
Do you see? She's
Exactly.
trying to spread the
Exactly.
crazy.
Or my backup to the backup plan is to, if I don't have enough of Millie's Fleece and I don't finish the Kayuni, it's to go ahead and buy the Woo to make the traveling
There you
sweater. So I have 3 separate plans that are all fallbacks for each other.
Well, how much do you have left on the Kayuni? Because you were ready to steek, right?
I just did the first neck decrease.
Okay, so you
So I have like 3 more.
like this?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this much. I'm ready to
And then the
steek the neck
sleeves.
open. I think it's you steek the neck open and steek the sleeves.
But you have to still knit the sleeves, right?
You knit the sleeves, and then you steek the front and knit the button bands and the neck band.
I think you
I
can do
think
that
that's
before.
doable.
I
It's
think-
on my list to finish for Stash Dash.
Hey, that's a good goal too.
It'll
That's-
put me over the top of beginning Stash
If you
Dash.
finish freaking that
And the shipwreck.
shipwreck
And the Even Star.
you are golden.
Yeah.
And my initial list for Stash Dash, I hadn't counted Clockwork.
Yeah.
And you didn't count my
I
wish.
didn't
I'm
count
sure,
my
it
wish
wasn't
because
even
you
a
threw
thought,
that
yeah.
at me like 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago
3
now.
weeks ago.
Right before Estes.
Yes. That's
We're
what I
getting
like
off
to do.
topic.
We
Sorry.
are.
It's still a favorite thing.
Did the camcorder beep?
No,
Not
So what
yet.
made you think?
No, but I'm
okay.
concerned for time. So.
All right.
We did talk a little bit about Make-A-Wish. We're gonna do a little infomercial here. So our friend LynnZimm
It's awesome.
LynnZimm on Rav. She is awesome. She does triathlons and she's training for Olympic weightlifting.
She's on a bike ride right
Yeah,
now.
she's crazy awesome. But she every year, well, this is the second year I think that she's doing the Denver Oyster, which is
I think
sort
this
of
is the third year she's doing Denver Oyster, but this is the second year we've been
fundraising,
along.
right? So she does, it's like a scavenger hunt sort of race thing.
It's like Amazing Race.
Yes,
Yeah, and it's
very
in Denver, and her team is Cupcake Mafia, and
Which I love.
Awesome.
we are trying to help her fundraise to fund wishes for people with illnesses, or
Terminal
illness.
illnesses.
That's the word I was looking for. So wishes cost money to grant, and it's all funded through donations. So we're trying to help her do that.
We're trying to blast over her goal of, what was her goal?
3,000.
3,000. We are
Sure.
trying to blow that out of the water.
So Laura designed the My Wish pattern, and if you buy it from Lynn on Lynn's site, a donation of $5, and we'll put directions below on how to do that on the site, then you will get the pattern. Lynn does it in bulk in the evening. She sends out everybody's who donated that day, so you may not get it immediately. You'll get it that day or the next day.
That's for people in the U.S.
Right, that's domestic.
If you're international, you can purchase it through Ravelry. But if you are in the U.S., I really would appreciate it if you bought it through Lynn. That way all the money goes to Make-A-Wish.
Right.
With it being purchased through Ravelry, I have to take out PayPal fees,
Right.
and then I have to take out Ravelry fees before it can go.
So the whole
just a
$5
portion.
doesn't go to Make-A-Wish
Yeah.
if you buy it on Ravelry. They still get a donation, but if you have the
It's not
ability
as
to
much.
do it through the
Yeah.
site, do it through the site. It's
Now,
a
if you-
great pattern, and it's only $5.
$5, and then if you donate $10 or more through Lynn, then you get entered to win fabulous prizes.
Which includes some of Lynn's own hand spun, which I was going to throw in some of my hand spun, and then I was like, Lynn's hand spun blows my mind. There's not even any point. It would be like, peanuts and a filet mignon, really. There's no point. And she's weaving some stuff for it, and people have donated project bags and yarn. There's tons of great prizes.
Stacy's donated kits for the My Wish pattern.
With 2 skeins of her yarn to do the shawl in. Carin donated.
The shawl you showed
Yeah,
earlier.
we showed earlier.
And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did last year, which is for a $10 donation, every $10 that you donate will get you a raffle ticket into winning a pair of hand knit socks by me. Any pattern, as long as it's not Fair Isle, because I don't do fitted Fair Isle socks for other people. There's too much involved in that. Any yarn in my Ravelry stash, anything is up for grabs. You get to choose. For a $10 donation, if you donate $50, you get 5 entries into it. Last year, Beverly Love was the person who won it, and I think it was $10. That's what I'm going to say. Anything
higher,
over
but
$10 will get you into that hand knit sock pool. That way it's
The
pretty
whole
approachable.
general prize pool, anything over $10
Yeah,
will.
sorry. Well, so like I said, any pattern, whether I own it or not, I can buy the pattern, and any yarn in my Ravelry stash, which is plentiful. There is plenty to choose from.
So anything but colorwork socks,
Nothing,
essentially.
no Fair Isle socks for other people. There's too much fit involved.
I want
don't
to
wanna mess
win
it up.
so that you have to make those socks for me.
Ah,
That would be color work.
Yeah.
it is technically color work, yeah. So nana boo bear.
Alright.
But so we hope that you, if you have the ability to donate, Make-A-Wish is a fantastic organization to donate it for, and we want to help Lynn out and hope and meet her goal, if not exceed her goal.
We always want to exceed.
And there are
That's
some
always
great
fun.
prizes. You can
Yes.
check on the link that we'll put in the show notes for a list of what she's got so far. But if you want to donate a prize, you can contact her.
And you can also watch on the Denver Oyster page as her name goes higher and higher as the top
We did
winner.
that last year.
And she's already got over $500
After 2 days or so.
after 2 days. And it goes through August 26th, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's not too late. If you don't have the money now, you still have 2 months essentially.
And we'll be talking about it for a little bit for 2 months because it's important to us, and we want to share that with you. So.
We love it. So
Our other
Yeah,
favorite
love it
things
much.
is, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a friend here.
Karen's here.
Karen's here. So,
We've been spoiling her with all the great Memphis food.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yes,
I think I'm gaining weight here because they keep taking me all these fabulous places.
Yeah.
Like, where are we going? Gracie
Bronte.
Blues.
Gracie Blues is frozen yogurt.
Amazing.
Bronte
For
is
lunch.
a place in a
Delicious.
bookstore. It was awesome. And then,
Delicious.
what's the place by you called?
Bon Chibo,
Yeah,
something
whatever
like
it
that.
was.
all
So
like
good.
Amazing pizza.
Fresh ingredients. Yeah,
Their
it
big
was
thing is
awesome.
they do only local grown produce and stuff for all their stuff, so it's delicious.
Yes, we're trying to,
I'd never think to put sweet potatoes on a pizza, but it was yummy.
never question a cook in Mississippi, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we've had a blast with Carin here. We took a little trip. We've done a bunch of snacking. We've hung out and knit. It's just been very relaxing. It's been
Yeah, it's
fun.
been
Nice
lots of
and
fun.
calm.
Yeah, except for Nelix. Nelix has got a love affair for Carin, I think.
I think Sammy's worse.
Yeah, the cats. Apparently, Laura, Karen's not a cat person, but I disagree.
My cat was all about her yesterday.
Yeah. Well, Fred doesn't really care for anyone,
He
but
doesn't care for
between
anybody.
Sammy and Humberto,
Yep.
suddenly I'm a cat person, I guess. Okay. It's not that I don't like cats, it's that cats don't like me normally.
Well, they do today.
They love me this week, so whatever, okay. It works.
And I get Carin to myself for the next couple days because Laura has to go on a work trip. Boo. But it'll be useful.
And the people from Nashville who have PM'd me and said, "Oh, we would love to meet you." I don't know what my schedule is going to be like, so I can't commit to anything because it is a work trip and I'm going with brand new principals and brand new teachers and teachers who know me. So, and I don't know the conference schedule, so I can't commit to anything. But I might send you all PMs for my iPhone since they charge an excessive amount of money for internet there. That's the other thing. I will not be online from tomorrow morning. Well, we can just say from Sunday until probably Thursday.
Yeah, because she's got other stuff to do. She's got work stuff. So if you need anything, just PM me, or you can PM Becky Lemonhalf on Ravelry if you need anything that's relating to the board.
If it's an emergency, you can email me. But that's about it.
And the last thing that I have on the list is Carin is an enabler.
We went to Lush today after Bronte,
Yep.
and
We're just roaming around, smelling stuff.
I asked Leslie if she'd ever done henna on her hair, and she's like, "No, I don't think they have henna." I said, "Yeah, they do. It's right over here."
Yes. So they have these big bricks of henna that's like,
You want me to get mine?
yeah, it's a solid form. Normally it comes in like a powder and you add some kind of liquid to it and I don't know, you do some magic and you put it on your
So
hair.
how many treatments is that?
One,
Well,
really.
Just one?
It depends
Well,
on how much
one
hair
for
you
her
have.
because she got a lot of
Yeah,
hair. I
she's
can
got a lot of
probably
hair.
get 2 out of it because I've got about half the
Yeah.
hair she does.
It's a brick.
It's a brick.
It's got like cocoa
It's got
butter.
a bald man on the back.
Yeah, it does.
Stuart made your
Oh, Stuart made my
Henna
brick of henna.
Huh.
So tomorrow, I guess,
I would
we're
totally
gonna have a
trust a
bit.
bald man to not do my hair dye.
that is true.
It smells good.
Yeah,
Did
it
you smell
does. It
yours?
smells like cocoa butter.
Mmm.
But I've never done it, and neither has Carin.
Yes.
So tomorrow we're going to be super sexy with henna
Blood
and
in our
plastic wrap
hair.
in our
I
hair.
expect pictures to be texted to my phone. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
We've heard that we need before and after shots.
We're
so,
gonna have a spa day.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
The next show might be tragic.
They'll see me before they
That's
see
true.
you.
So they'll soften the blow. I'll get a pink wig or something. But no.
I picked the scarier, not the bright red. We were going off of recommendations of the girl at the store.
Mhm.
And mine's not the bright red, but like the next one down.
So we're gonna mix it with a little bit of my brown to kind of mellow it a little.
So how do you do that? It's a brick. Do
You add
You
water.
melt it and you add a little bit of water.
Like in a
melt it
double
like in a
boiler.
bowl? Oh,
Yeah.
in a double boiler.
Just like you would
or
chocolate,
a bowl.
she said.
Yeah.
A
A
bigger
bowl
bowl with
with
hot
hot-
water
yeah.
and then another bowl.
Huh.
Until it's like
We'll
the
see.
consistency of cake batter and you slather it on your hair and leave it for like 3 hours.
This is going to be very... I hate that I'm not going to be here for this. I hate that I have to go work
She would be
tomorrow.
laughing and teasing us so
And
bad.
videotaping.
Oh,
Sure.
yes. There would be video and pictures being taken with Plurk updates constantly. I might even get on the Twitter.
By
gonna
the
be
time
scary.
this goes up tomorrow, we'll probably at least have it on our hair, if not.
I think you should put
completely
pictures
done.
in the show notes.
So we'll see. No guarantees. That involves me actually like styling my hair and stuff. Because right now it's in a very sexy bun. But Carin looks super cute with her like French braids in her hair. Is she cute?
It's hot here.
It is hot. Sorry.
I'm willing to wear wool socks, but dang it, I've had my hair down for the last, how many days have I been here? 3 days. And I have sweat like a pig.
Yep.
So this morning I put it in French braids, and I've been like decently comfortable for the first time since I've been.
That's why Laura and I always have our hair up, because it's hot, dude.
Oh, I forgot to show my Trindle bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
My spin strong, spin fast, spin long.
And you
There
got
goes.
this by
Spin fast,
ordering with
spin
your-
long, spin strong.
You got
It's a
this by
little
ordering a
bracelet.
Trindle during the Tour de Fleece
Yep,
thing?
and it's still going on. And she's got percentage off. I think it's 15% off if you tell them you're with Team Knit Girls or any team, and it's got the code on the site.
Cool.
Yep, and Mom's getting one too because she may have ordered a Trindle the other day.
Okay, well, I think that we're pretty close to an hour at this point, so this should be super fun. We will see you guys again next week. Next week is a regular recording week, and then we'll talk to you next week about what happens after that. And Carin will has to go home to Nebraska, but not for another couple days.
Tuesday, I fly back, so it will be my normal recording show on
With
Wednesday.
her new fabulous hair.
I bet you'll have that
Fingers
done by then.
crossed.
Yeah, because that's the only thing she brought. It's the only thing she's got
It's
left
the
to
only
knit.
thing I have left to knit.
Y'all might
and
be
it's like
taking an emergency trip someplace
Oh,
else.
please. Like my knitting room?
the room I've been staying in.
Yeah.
So something might come up missing.
Yeah.
She's been sleeping
I would
on
notice
the
it for a
couch
year,
because
probably.
of the bed.
But,
And
okay.
it's very comfy.
We're rambling. Yep, we're over an hour now. Time to wrap this up.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you guys again in a week. You know all the Plurk, the Ravelry, the
You can
Twitter,
find
all that
Carin
crap.
on Round the Twist.
Yes, Round the Twist with Carin.blogspot.com. Know that by heart. And
She's got a group on Ravelry.
Yep.
She's on Plurk. Don't let her fool you. She's there. Friend her. Make her your minion.
I don't know what y'all have been doing, but it must have been fun. Okay, we'll see you guys in a week. Until then, have a good one.
Bye now.
Bye.